There have been two movies inspired by the Starr Faithful tragedy. The Starr Faithful tragedy is still a mystery to this day. Starr Faithful was a woman who died in 1931, and I think she was about 30 years old when she died, or 31 years old. And it's still unknown whether she died by drowning. Her body was found on a beach, or was recovered on a beach. She was from an upper class household. Apparently, she'd been sexually abused by a bigwig when she was a kid. She had a flapper lifestyle of speakeasies and nightclubs and doing the Charleston, and quite a few boyfriends. And there have been a lot of theories, whether her death was a suicide, murder, or an accident is not known. Okay. And it is known that she was a very troubled person and that she had been mistreated. Possibly you could make a good movie out of her life. But the two movies that I know of that have been inspired by her life were Butterfield 8, starring Elizabeth Taylor and also featuring her then husband, Eddie Fisher. And the other one, much less well known, is Go Naked in the World with Anthony Francioso, Osa, Ernest Borgnine, and Gina Lollobrigida. Now, in both of these movies, both of them, the heroine or anti-heroine or Starr Faithful stand-in is a prostitute. Starr Faithful was not a prostitute. She had, like I said, a flapper lifestyle of many dates, but she had been sexually mistreated, but she was not a hooker. Okay, now, the Butterfield 8 got mixed reviews. Go Naked in the World got pretty uniformly bad reviews. Because Go Naked in the World was basically a bunch of, Ernest Borgnine and Anthony Francioso play a Greek immigrant father and son. And they're either arguing, making up, arguing, making up, arguing, making up. The son feels like he's in his father's shadow because his father's a big shot. And then the son falls in love with Gina Lollobrigida's character. Understandable, because she's played by Gina Lollobrigida. And doesn't realize until the father tells him what her occupation is. Okay. Anyway, now one of the odd things about Butterfield 8 was that Elizabeth Taylor won an Academy Award for her performance in Butterfield 8 as Gloria Wandress. And she hated making that movie. She hated it partly because she hated playing a prostitute. and partly because she thought the script was lousy. It was. Oh, I mean, I think she was right. Okay, they brought in a couple of script doctors to try to work on the script to make it a little better. But they still had a soppy, soggy, lousy soap opera by the time they got done. And then the memoirs that I wrote of Elizabeth Taylor, she said that her character, Gloria Wandress, was a complete tramp. She couldn't relate to her, and her work suffered as a result. Well, the Academy didn't think that her work suffered because they gave her that award. So, you know, you can be a professional and